Hey Saber friends, Danny here with Maz's Basement. I want to show off the latest install that I did. This is on a Roman Props MK1. First off, on the outside, I did some weathering. This was had the new shiny look on it before, but did some weathering to the hilt, added some chemical weathering as well to the wind vane. The grenade section is actually just kind of weathering itself. Started seeing some oranges starting to pop out in between the grooves. I think the highlight for me is really the clamp area. I went off the images on the Wanawanga site under the Lightsaber guidebook and just took a look at some of the stills there to see how the foil tape is adhered to the clamp. So I went ahead and added that feature on there as well. Removed one of the washers from the transistor. Did some weathering to the clamp itself. Okay. And same thing for the pommel section. It was all shiny, so beat it up a little bit there. It has been set up in a NeoPixel setup, so it will require a recessed NeoPixel blade, which I have set up here already. And it uses a 1.3 millimeter recharge port, so you got a little 1.3 millimeter adapter, so you can use your 2.1 millimeter charger on there as well. This has been installed with CFX. And let's see what else. It's got an 18350 battery, so not the largest battery in there, but honestly, this isn't a dueling saber. It's very heavy. That's one of the things that I like about Roman Props, so I don't see a lot of people actually keeping this on. This is a very nice shelf queen, in my opinion. Very nice display piece to have, and well, it's fully functional, so let's dive in there. So first of all, let's open it up. It's been fitted with a Rudy Pando crystal chamber. Okay, and with the Rudy Pando, I did swap out the, I think it was a resin crystal that it came with, and put in a actual quartz crystal. Actually, did some weathering to that with some chemicals, and bent in these little brass rods inward as well. Okay, to remove accessing the chassis, let's remove the booster section here. Remove the booster section, you're going to see the Shtokcustomworx chassis. Really, there's no reason to even remove the booster section. There's no reason to access this part because everything is accessible through the bottom of the pommel area, and I'll show you that in a second. So I recommend just keeping the booster section on. You can actually open up and get access from the bottom of the pommel. I'll show you that. Let's put this back on. Okay, to turn on your saber again, you have access through the bottom pommel. And down here, let me get the right angle, you have your 1.3 millimeter jack, access to the SD card, micro USB port, and this is your kill switch, your on and off switch. So let's turn that on.
Goodness, you're not one to trifle with, are you?
Alright, there we see the crystal activate. It is a dual button setup. Let me remove this. Okay, so you do have two switches beneath the bubble card. You have your power up here and your auxiliary switch. Go ahead and close this up. To close it, there is a set screw here. It's going to glide down this channel, and then it's going to twist inwards towards the right as you're staring at it. So I did put in some synthetic grease in there to help it slide in a little bit better. but do push in and then twist to get it in. As far as the clamp, the bubble card goes, you just slide in one section and then slide the other part
I have
under.
a bad feeling about this. There's never time to limber up.
All right.
You can't win.
Whoops. If it does that, it means it's out of line. It's pressing down.
This is the last time.
So you're gonna have to
Cody
adjust
takes
this a
the
little bit. All right. Put that back on there. So this is the power button.
Lovely. More smiling faces.
It is a NeoPixel setup. So actually, let me get a little Allen key to remove that set screw. I'll be right back. All right. So there is there's your blade retention screw right here. It is a very small one, and it's standard, I believe, since it's Roman Props. I don't think it uses metric. But here's your blade plug. The blade plug is all metal, and there are contacts here. So in order to avoid the blade plug shorting out your saber when it's put in, I 3D printed a piece of clear resin. So there's a very thin piece of clear resin right here. That's going to allow for shine through.
Our guests have arrived. Let the negotiations begin.
Let's see, there you go. You can push down on it, nothing's going to happen because, again, the resin is protecting that. All right. I have a Shtokcustomworx PCBs in here. This is the V2, I believe. Okay, they're nice and bright. All right, so let's boot this up.
Hello there.
Start accessing some of the functions here. So obviously that's turning it on. This is the auxiliary. To access the menu, hold down and change fonts, hold down the auxiliary button.
Soundboard selection.
This is General Kenobi.
You can cycle through them. This is gonna go forward, this is gonna go back. I believe that is the Tuscan Terminator. Had to go read the manual for some of this stuff. There's some features.
Goodness, you're not one to trifle with, are you?
All right, so let's jump into some of the fun stuff here. The usage, simple stuff. Turning it on.
I have a bad feeling
Right
about
there.
this. Let the negotiations begin.
Changing the color, hold down both buttons. You can cycle through colors. So I got it on red there. And that'll match up with your crystal. Okay. Changing fonts.
This is the last time Cody takes a day off.
This is a long-winded font. Changing fonts. Hold on the auxiliary button.
Soundboard
So you
selection.
hear that.
This is General Kenobi.
Now you can cycle forward and up. That's the Tuscan Terminator font. Let's just keep it on that. Oh, here, I'll show you the other ones.
This is General Kenobi.
There is a total of 17 fonts on here now.
Youngling.
This will bring you back the other way.
Youngling.
This is General Kenobi.
Let's put this Tuscan Terminator from Kyberphonics on. Just purchased it. All right. Tracks. If you want to listen to some tracks, let's go back to that menu. Hold it down.
Selection.
Keep going past all the fonts.
Audio player.
Audio player. Hold on the audio player. I think this track came with the Tuscan Terminator. Yep. Sounds very Attack of the Clones. Clonish. To go through the rest of the tracks, hold down the power button. I think this is a default track that comes with CFX. And with all the tracks, it'll go back to your whatever font you had selected. You can still hit the activate button. I'm not sure what font I had it on, but it is flashing. Might be that cat font. No, it's something else, I'm not sure. Moving on, let's check out the font, or the blade. So I got the recessed blade. Let's put that in there. Tighten the set screw before you spin. I'm not going to tighten it, as I'm just doing this for demo purposes, but there you go. 32-inch blade. Holding down the auxiliary button gives you this effect, a lockup effect. If you just hit it once, you get the blaster defect. Oops. That is pretty much it for this one. I really like working on these. These are fun and a little pain in the butt. The hardest part is getting this switch, the switches to work, honestly, for me anyway. But still had fun working on it. Thanks for watching.